Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am here today at Alton Towers Mardi Gras. It's looking all pretty cool. Not too much going on in regards to any of like the performances or anything, but yeah, the decorations looking pretty good. So yeah, I've just videoed some of that, so I'll put it in the vlog now. Okay, so I'm in Forbidden Valley now. Just standing outside Nemesis Subterra, still nothing too much different. They've still got kind of like the pre-show area set up from Project 42, but the yellow tent that used to be here, and if I face that the right way, the kind of exit building, actually it's that way, never mind. Yeah, the exit building behind me there we go, is still gone, and the door still open for the exit to Subterra, and the cue board doesn't have the question marks on anymore, but it did when I was last here, which I completely missed. So I'm going to go on to Nemesis now, hopefully, if it's open, because I haven't managed to go on this year yet. So yeah, I'll see you when I come off. Okay, so just come off Nemesis, a really good way to start the day. Obviously my hair's all messed up now if it wasn't messed up before. A really good ride on that. The only thing I'll say about Nemesis is like if you don't brace your head back, your ears keep getting like knocked on the side, which did just happen just then. But yeah, but you know, really good to ride it again, to be honest. Yeah, because I haven't ridden it in a while. Still have my own opinions on it. I think it's usually overrated because it's like such an iconic ride, but yeah, I like it still. It's good. So next I'll be going on the ride behind me, which is Funk and Fly. Okay, I've just come off Funk and Fly, really good ride on that. I feel like that one's my favourite retro squad one because it feels like the most out of control in a way. Like it just starts us gliding along normally and suddenly it'll just like randomly shift and it's really cool. Definitely a really nice ride on that. So now I'm going to be riding on Galactica, a nice little chill ride here in Forbidden Valley, and then I'll be moving on. So I'll see you when I've come off. Okay, so I've just come off Galactica. That was probably the best ride I've done of the day so far. Really nice ride on that. Now, you can probably see where I am at Jewel. You probably know my opinions on Jewel. Hate it. But I think I just need to like desensitize myself to it. But people have said not to use the guns on it, which apparently makes it better. I don't know whether it makes it scary or not. But yeah, I'm going to give that a go and just see if I like it anymore. So yeah, well, I'll see you when I come off Jewel. Okay, so I've just come off Jewel and yeah, still hate it. I mean, it's really weird because when you get into like the graveyard section, I'm fine after that bit because for some reason I can like predict what's coming, but before that section I just hate it. It's the worst. I mean, good ride, it's a kind of scary I don't like for some reason. I'll probably just keep going, just try and desensitize myself to it. Now I'm in Katanga Canyon, about to go on Runaway Mine Train. Hopefully they might have one of the Mardi Gras crews performing at some point, because there is the Katanga crew here. I will be getting lunch after this, hopefully at the Pizza Pastry they're open. I'm not sure if there are people in there. Hopefully they might have one of the crews performing, so yeah, I'll try and get that if they do. I'll try and get at least one of them. I'd like to see that Voodoo crew, they look interesting. I'll see you after I come off Runaway Mine Train. Okay, so just come off Runaway Mine Train. Really fun ride on that, as usual. And I managed to get a bit more reference footage as well. I actually got a message from Jordan of IMS, the Virtual Towers Online team, and he asked me to get some footage of the shop for, well, I'm literally just looking at it now, the Katanga Cargo Company shop, which is the one that comes from Runaway Mine Train and Congo River Rapids. So I've just done some footage of that. So yeah, so he says he's working on that at the moment, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you'll be able to see that in this vlog too. I'll put that into the reference footage video. I've just noticed that the pizza and pasta are letting you do indoor dining, so I'm going to go in there and have some lunch, so I'll see you after that. Okay, so I've just finished my lunch, had a lovely lunch. It was actually quite filling, so I couldn't even finish it. So I just saw the Katanga crew, who were pretty cool. They've actually just gone through Mutiny Bay now after their show, but yeah, it's a nice little performance they do. Like, at least it's something a little bit more than just a few food stalls and stuff. They actually have a few performances going on, which is really cool. So yeah, I'll try and check out the other ones. I don't know what times they're on and stuff, but yeah, I'll just have to see if I can. Anyway, now I'm going to go on Wicker Man. Now, last time I went on this, I found this a lot more rough. I'm hoping this time it can actually get back up my list of favourite rides, because it used to be my favourite. Depending on how this ride goes will depend on whether it gets back to the top spot or not. So yeah, I'll see when I come off. Okay, so I've come off Wicker Man now. Definitely a better ride on that. It's definitely gone back to my number one, which many people might find unfortunate because my number one did change to Smiler. Now it's back to Wicker Man. That was just a really good run through. Smiler's still number two, now 13 number three, so still up there, but yeah, Wicker Man's back on top, so that's good. And then I just went through Food Street, just have a little look around there. But I thought we should just take a break from the rides, you know. It's not just about the rides here at Alton Towers, we've also got where I am now, which is the towers themselves. So I thought what I might do is, I think Sean Sambrook on Theme Park Worldwide, he did a video a few weeks back about the history of the towers and stuff. So I thought I might do the same thing, but instead just focus on the Scaremazes and stuff, because obviously that's what I'm interested in most. And just kind of show where different Scaremazes were based. Now I haven't been through all of them, obviously, so I don't know necessarily everything about the layouts and stuff, but I have a general idea about where a lot of the mazes were and stuff, and there are some bits of mazes that we can still see, I think, so we'll have a look round. But I guess to start off with, we're in this room here, which is where the attic queue line used to be. They've gutted it out for the moment, but I imagine it's still going to be going back. And I think the main reason they have is because just over here, in that room back there, they're actually replacing a stained glass window, which looks pretty cool. This bit normally here would be where the kind of pre-show bit is. You go kind of round that corner there into the pre-show room and then up these stairs to the attic. Now moving from the attic queue line over there, now I never actually went in this maze, the Sanctuary, but I believe it came through this way. So you would have gone down this corridor. I believe you would have met Dr. Kelman kind of here, and then you would have gone into this room here, into kind of the first room of the Sanctuary, and then round the towers kind of that way. But this would have been kind of where the pre-show area was. And of course here's the conservatories, where there's been so many famous mazes over the years for the queue lines, obviously the Sanctuary and the attic tower of the towers. I think mainly the Sanctuary kind of went through round this building all the way around here, and Terror of the Towers, what lies within, used to be in that building up there. Meanwhile the attic kind of goes round this way in a way, kind of down the other end basically, but kind of all the way back and then round up. It's very hard for me to show you on camera like this, but yeah, but I mean, I imagine the attic queue line will be coming back here this Scarefest. I don't really see why they wouldn't bring it back, but yeah, let's keep going. So we've got this room here. I don't know whether this has actually ever been used for any mazes, but this fireplace does look familiar. It looks like I might put some footage on now over me speaking here, but it looks like where they filmed the attic trailer, where you have the governor with a grayscale filter on her and the two kids kind of running around her. It looks like this kind of room, very similar. I mean, and then again, the Towers has a lot of these kind of fireplaces, but yeah, I don't know whether any mazes would have been on this floor necessarily. Possibly Terror of the Towers, what lies within, but again, I never went into that maze. I actually just missed out. I started in 2018, and yeah, what lies within went in 2017, so yeah, that's a pity. So I believe behind this door here is where the attic exit is. You can just see some of the build there of kind of like where you come out, and obviously there's a few little bits of ragged material here. So then obviously you come out of here and then back down the stairs down here to the exit. Unfortunately, a lot of the other side of the towers isn't open at the moment because of their construction work that they're doing, because that would obviously give us a closer look at the attic. But yeah, this is the most that we'll probably get. Now I don't know whether these have been here all the time, but these look like very kind of, I mean, for lights they look quite decorative. Don't know whether these could be a thing for the attic, maybe a new kind of decoration when you're coming out of the exit. Be pretty cool if it was. So now we're out here on the roofs. Obviously there's been no Scaremazes up here. Here's a nice view of the conservatories from above. And as I say, I think I might get a better idea but from up here, but I think that little bridge down there, where I've just zoomed in conveniently, I think that used to be the way that used to go into Terror of the Towers, what lies within, when the Sanctuary was here. Then they might have moved that into the conservatory. That's just from pictures that I've seen. Honestly, I have no clue. But I think what lies within mainly took place on these floors up here. Meanwhile, the sanctuary was down below there. And then now at the moment, I believe on those ground floors is mainly Altonville. Kind of in this area here, just behind that wall, is where the entrance to Altonville is, where like the mine entrances and stuff. I might try and see if I can get round there. I don't know whether they've closed it off now, but I remember on my first vlog when I came back here on opening day, they actually had the door open and I was nearly tempted to go in, but I didn't in the end. Then down here is the entrance to subspecies. Now, Alton Towers did put planning permission in for a heritage tour, which did include the subspecies plans, which suggests that the maze is still here, which means it, you know, maybe when social distancing is gone, they might bring the maze back. Who knows? Could also be cool if they did actually have a maze on the roofs of the towers, maybe like an outdoor one that actually takes place up here. I mean, it'd be a little bit hard to set up like how you exit and enter, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see that. Let's get some nice views from up here. So you can see the smiler going over now. There we go. Oh, there's another one coming up. So close to dueling, but they didn't. And there's the other one. So I'll try and do this without dropping my camera, but down here is where the cargo containers for subspecies used to be. And of course around the corner there, and you can see it's been fenced off there, but I'll try and get as close to that fence maybe. Just hit my head on an iron bar, ow. Yeah, because that little bit's open there, so I'll try and see how close I can get to Altonville, but yeah, it seems to be pretty much closed off, which I can understand why it normally is closed off that area. So yeah, let's see if we can get some more. In fact, let's go over here. It's really nice to come back into the towers though, because I mean they would normally be closed at this point for Scarefest, and especially last year when we opened in July. Obviously, you know, they didn't really have a chance to open up the towers. Ooh. I think someone's working in the attic there. I think that's a part of the attic. There's some like doors and stuff. I don't know whether you can see it from this quality, but there are actually some like greyed out doors, and I could hear some work going on there, so maybe they might be preparing for the attic, which would be pretty cool. So yeah. And then down there, I don't think they've actually done any mazes down here. I mean, this would be kind of near the area of subspecies down here. Sorry for my rubbish videoing, but it's a lovely crow down. Is that a crow? I think it's a crow, I don't know. But yeah, sounds like they're busy in the attic, so that's great. Let's go over to this side and leave them be. But yeah, it's just really nice just to, I mean, look at this view. Like, it looks amazing. I can see all the tables down there and Mutiny Bay, all the grounds. I feel really nauseous looking over, but there we go. Surprised I've not dropped my phone yet, but yeah. Yeah, I can definitely hear noises coming from over there, which is really cool. I can't really tell which bit of the maze that is though. It could just be a backstage area possibly, because obviously they wouldn't have it like near any light windows or anything, so yeah, that could just be either backstage or a rat run possibly, which if you don't know what a rat run is, it's basically where the actors can kind of go down a corridor down the side of the maze to get to another part of the maze. So yeah, that's what it could be, but that was definitely from the attic. I recognised that kind of wooden boarding from it, so yeah, I'll go and see if I can try and get round to the Altonville area now. I'll see how close I can get. So I just thought before I go down to Altonville I'd show this kind of area here, which is where the most of the queue lines have been for the last few years. So the Sanctuary, Terror of the Towers, the attic, sorry. I think what lies within might have queued around here too, but yeah, this is mainly where all the queue lines go around. So with the attic, they've still got this kind of material up here. They have some beautiful lighting around here, around Scarefest. So yeah, so I just thought I'd give you a walk around here. At the moment they've still got some Mardi Gras stuff up, but I'm sure around Scarefest they'll set this all up for the attic again. I mean, maybe they're just waiting a bit longer this year possibly, which I I mean, you know, if they don't have to take so long to do it, then yeah, I'd leave the towers open for a bit longer. Be nice for other people to explore. And in fact, last year the attic came all the way along up here and then round instead of coming up round this way. I think that's probably because subspecies wasn't on last year as well, because subspecies would normally go in this kind of area around here in Her Ladyship's gardens. I didn't realise they'd put some either acrylic or some black glass over these windows, which looks quite nice, because normally these were just boarded up with some green boarding like this green door here, but yeah, looks nice. Looks a lot more neat, I think. In fact, over here you can see there's still some of the green boarding up. Of course, here's the stained glass window that I mentioned that's been replaced earlier. So that should look nice when it's in, hopefully. Because they usually have skeletons projected on there, but now they'll actually have some proper windows. So obviously, as I mentioned before, this is where the subspecies containers would usually be, coming out of that door there. I think the attic's mainly based up on that top level there. So you can see all kind of like the black towel windows and stuff. And you can see a few more over here. So yeah, that's probably where the attic is, I think. Now I know there's a gap in that fence, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go past it. I'm just going to go up to the fence. I respect towers too much. So this is probably the closest we're going to get to Altonville. Can't really, I mean there's the minecart, so they've got that out. There's a big fast zoom in for you, but yeah. So there's the minecart. They used to have that in the queue line from the just going to zoom out a little bit. They used to have that in the queue line near the tunnel. So this tunnel here, on the other side of it with the queue line bit, they used to have that minecart there. I think they put it into the maze afterwards. I can't remember. It might have been another one, but yeah, I can't really look around here. But you'll see my opening day vlog on what date was it? April 12th, wasn't it? On that one I actually managed to get down here, and so you could see pretty much all of it was packed up, most of it covered over. But as I mentioned with subspecies, there was some planning permission put in place, one for the attic, one for Altonville, and one for subspecies, suggesting that they're not going to be gone yet. Even though Altonville's been here for 6 years, I think, which is a really long time, you know, there's no sign of it leaving. To be honest, they still have it kind of just covered over, and honestly, I'd be happy to see it. You know, it's been here for a while, but I mean, I'd be happy to see it stay. Right, so now I've finished my tour of the towers. Hope you liked it, and let me know in the comments if you did like it. I might do it again sometime. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just got interrupted by the royal inventory doing a ceremony or something, so I just recorded that. But yeah, as I was about to say, I'm about to go back on Gangster Granny the Ride, so what a good segue. So it's a 90-minute queue, but I mean, it doesn't look too bad compared to opening day, so yeah, hopefully I'll have another good ride on that. Okay, so it turns out Gangster Granny actually broke down, so I was waiting there for about 40-50 minutes, and yeah, then they just told us to give up on it. So I might check it later, just because I've only been on it once, so it would be nice to have another go on it. But I actually thought, because originally today I wasn't actually going to do an Alton Towers Dungeons. Technically I do have one more free kind of go with my season pass, because it's due up at the end of June, and obviously we're in June now. But I thought it's nearby and I can technically get a free ticket, so I thought I'll do the dungeons and see if Gangster Granny might be fixed by then. I guess I'll see when I come out of the dungeons if I can get a ticket.
Hi everybody, coming in for a photo. Come on in. Okay, stand still there. There we go. Mardi Gras.
Okay, so just come out of the dungeons, very good run through. Some definitely good acting in there at that point. Also chose to go onto the courtroom dock, which was a nice little bit of interaction there. Just really nice run through. I mean, I wasn't expecting to go through today, but yeah. Also just got a bit of video of the Voodoo crew, really good performance there. I'll probably put all the crews that I get into separate videos, probably. I don't know how many others I'll get today, but yeah, because they're quite long segments, I'll probably just put them in separate videos. Gangster Granny's saying that it's about 110 minutes, so I'm going to go on Flavio's Fabulous Fandango thing, the temporary ride. Which is about 20-minute wait, so that's not too bad. See if it's gone down a little bit maybe after that, because it would be nice to have another little go on it. And to be honest, I've been on a lot of the Dark Forest rides quite a lot recently, and then have to have a bit of tea and then head down to X Sector, so I'll probably see you when I come out of Gangster Granny, if I go on.
My old cook. Please make sure that you use the lavatory before walking.
Okay, so I just had a lovely tea at the Woodcutters Bar and Grill. Very nice, very filling again, but not as filling as last time. And I'm going to do the same thing I did after my tea last time as well, which is go on mixtape and hopefully not feel too sick. I mean, so I don't feel sick now, which is good, so yeah, then I'm planning on heading on the Smiler, and then hopefully if I have time I'm going to try and get to Dark Forest and do 13 in the dark, because I love 13 in the dark, it's great, can't see a thing. So yeah, so that's mainly my plan for the rest of the night. So yeah, I should hopefully have time for both of them. Smiler says it's 35 minutes, so as long as that doesn't go up. But yeah, I'm just going to probably just try and take it easy for the rest of the night. So I guess I'll see you when I come off Smiler. After mixtape, obviously. Right, okay, so a bit of an update. I've just come off 13, so I went on Mixtape. I think that's now become my favourite retro score one. It's just so fun. And then Fun Can Fly second on that, but yeah, Mixtape, it is just fun, to be honest. Like, I mean, I think you have to kind of be in the mood for it, but yeah, it's fun. Then managed to actually get on Oblivion, because I had time. Yeah, good ride on that again. Nice drop, I guess. I was on the back row as well, which is quite rare. Ride on the Smiler, that was the smoothest ride I've ever had on the Smiler. It's probably the best ride, and it's actually put it back on number one. Because, yeah, I mean, because Wicker Man was still a little bit janky, a little bit kind of clunky today. Like, it was better than I had for the last few times, but still a little bit meh. So, yeah, so Smiler still number one, but very closely followed by Wicker Man, and then 13, which it was funny because it was a group, and then there was one person in that group who came behind me, and then he asked if he could sit next to me. I just said yeah. Like, to be honest, it doesn't really make much of a difference at this point. We're going to be removing these restrictions in about a month anyway, and they were doing it all rows on that ride anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference. Nobody social distances in the queue line anyway, so doesn't really make a difference to me. But yeah, pretty tired, not gonna lie. 10 till 8, not 10 to 8, 10 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Yeah, pretty tired. Overall, alright day, long, tiring, but and got on a lot of rides, which is good. So yeah, overall positive day. There's my thumb. Yeah, it's Mardi Gras as well. Really good event. There wasn't, you know, it's not like a Scarefest or anything, because, you know, none of the mazes. I think the mazes are really the thing that makes Scarefest what it is. But I love the performances, love the crews that I saw, and yeah, overall just a really nice event. Didn't try any of the food or anything. Maybe in maybe like next year when the event comes back, I might try some more of the food. But yeah, overall good event. Can't wait, but really I can't wait for Scarefest. So yeah, I guess I'll stop rambling and see you next time. Bye.